Nikki Ash cashes in Money in the Bank to become the new Raw Women's Champion. A returning Keith Lee and the burial of NXT Champion Karrion Kross. Find out my thoughts about this and much more on your Monday Night Raw review.
1, 2. 7 flutter, flannel shedding feathers, better sever.
This is your Monday Night Raw review for July 19th, 2021. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. I am going on record. This was the worst Monday Night Raw booking wise that I've seen this year. This show was booked atrocious. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off with John Cena. Hit the trumpets. And this was good. I understand why they had John Cena here. They had Cena here to pop a rating. I did like the interaction that he had with Matt Riddle. I just don't like the reasoning on why he's here to fight my tribal chief. Just because Roman Reigns is an asshole, Mr. Cena, we need more than that. Maybe he will fill us in more on Friday Night SmackDown. But for now, Mr. Cena, I'm just not feeling your reason. First match of the night, we have Matt Riddle and the Viking Raiders versus John Morrison, AJ Styles, and Omos. And this was good. It was a fun match. I had a good time watching it. I really like the ending. I do hate that sometimes we do make the heels look stupid, and with the ending with Matt Riddle spraying Omos with the dripstick and then throwing it back to The Miz, and then The Miz catching it, and Omos trying to attack The Miz, throwing John Morrison back in the ring. You gotta know that you guys need the win so we can get past AJ Styles and Omos versus the Viking Raiders, but WWE. Next match we have Elias versus I Did It For America, Jackson Riker, in a Symphony of Destruction match. And this was god awful. I've seen Elias versus Jackson Riker where Elias has ran away. I've seen Elias versus Jackson Riker where Jackson Riker beating with a strap. And now I've seen Elias versus Jackson Riker in a Symphony of Destruction match. If I'm Elias, I'm going to stop accepting these because I can never win one. Next up, we have the coronation of Charlotte, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And this was good. This was good from heel Charlotte working the crowd. Crowd chanting, "We want Becky." Becky's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. She's at home breastfeeding. But I did like how the man responded on Twitter. She's at home breastfeeding. Yes, she's the most over woman on the roster. She's not even there. Absolutely love that. Eventually, Postman Pearson, Sonya Deville comes out after Rhea Ripley came out and demanded that Charlotte face her again after Charlotte said she could beat Rhea any time of the day. Next up, we have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Tamina and Natalya. And this was god awful. If I've seen it once, I've seen it twice, I've seen it 3 times, I've seen it 4 times, I've seen it every time these 4 women go at it. When Nia Jax turned on Reggie, I said, oh, that's a shock. I thought she was going to turn on Shayna. But that led to the bullshit shenanigans that we got just 40 seconds later with the 24/7 Geeks and Reginald winning the 24/7 championship. Next up, we had Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo. And this was good. Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo, they definitely, I'm liking their dynamic. Humberto Carrillo, when he was beefing with Angel Garza and Andrade, when he was there, to me, he was only seen as a high flyer. Now that he's put some muscle on, now he can wrestle stiffer styles and have different opponents like a Sheamus. Next up, we have MVP and the almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley here for an open challenge. This was good with bad. This honestly depends on how you look at it. And this is me giving you guys what my initial thought was. My initial thought was we just buried Keith Lee. We buried Keith Lee to set up for the Goldberg match by having the Almighty look strong. But maybe we ought to look at it from the Keith Lee point of view. He got the hometown pop, and he probably was just happy to be back on television. So honestly, depending on how you look at it, I can definitely see if you didn't like it. And I know Salamander loved it because, of course, that's his guy, the almighty WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. Next up, we have a Jinder Mahal segment. And this was bad. This was bad. All it was Jinder Mahal just bragging that he took out Drew McIntyre and that he broke the Claymore sword, but Drew got the better of him, and then Drew destroyed his motorcycle. And they dragged Drew out of the Money in the Bank. They tried to get the crowd pop by saying, at least Drew isn't the Money in the Bank. Now for the bullshit of the night. The NXT champion, Karrion Kross versus Jeff Hardy. And this was god fucking awful. The undefeated Karrion Kross never lost, hasn't lost a match yet, loses to Jeff Hardy, who has been mostly a jobber for the year of 2021. He gets a pinfall on the undefeated NXT champion. Why is the NXT champion even on the fucking main roster to take a pinfall loss to Jeff Hardy? Not only that, I want to touch on how Jeff Hardy won a roll-up with his feet on the ropes. This is supposed to be the babyface. Why the fuck is he using the ropes to beat the NXT champion, Karrion Kross? It amazes me the amount of respect Vince has for NXT. We have the main event. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. And this was god awful. Charlotte Flair versus Charlotte 2.0. And of course, we got a non-finish. What more can we expect from this putrid, awful, trash-ass storyline than a Charlotte disqualification? But look out! It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Nikki, almost a superhero. Nikki Ashtray, Nikki, almost a superhero, cashing in Money in the Bank to hit a crossbody on the Queen, Charlotte Flair, to become your new Raw Women's Champion. That is it, you guys. That is it for the review. If I had to grade Monday Night Raw out of 10, I'm giving them a 1. I did like the 6-man tag, the Humberto Carrillo versus Sheamus, and the John Cena opening segment. Outside of that, was not feeling none of it. My wrestler of the night goes to none other than the almighty WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. He did what he had to do. He dominated Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank, and he dominated Keith Lee. But that is it, you guys. That is it for the review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. Once again, I go by the name of KBTHEMARK, co-host of the DMB podcast, and we will see you soon.